It is so great to be back with you all. What a treat for us to be with you. Today, we're going to offer you something that we call Rappin with the Revs. It's a little bit different, perhaps, than what you have experienced here in this Unity Church or anywhere. It's an opportunity for us, much like we did in Advent, to see what's in the room, what is in the minds and hearts of the community, and to do what we can to support people in receiving the guidance and inspiration that they need right here and right now. So it will really be in three parts. Part one will be coming very shortly, in which I will invite you into a meditation. Jeanne will be playing the bowls, and we'll invite you to meditate to the edge of your own spiritual resourcefulness. What are the questions, concerns, issues, situations, conditions framed in the form of a question? What questions would you have for Spirit? And we're going to collect those from you. You'll write them. There are cards in your bulletin, and you'll need that card if you want to participate. It's completely optional. There are pens in the pews. You'll need a pen. And at the end of the meditation, I'll just invite you to hold your card up, and our ushers will collect them. And that will lead us to part two, in which we're going to simply draw from the basket and read the question, and Jeanne and I are going to take turns responding to what we find on the card. Now, let me say that the basic premise of the work we do today, and this will be very clear in part three, is that we all have all we need. We don't have your answers. No one has your answers, but you and your connection to your divine self, to the divine spirit, whatever words you might use. But we sometimes can offer a perspective. We can offer what we hope in the highest form is through our own connection to Spirit. What might be said? I can offer from a unity perspective. We can offer from our own life experience. And what I found is that this is, in the times that we've done it, has been an amazing experience that just draws us all together, because we all have the same questions, one form or another, at a different time or another. Your question is my question. Your prayer is my prayer. And so that will take up the bulk of our time today. And then at about 11:25, we will call a halt, if you will, to that aspect. And we'll take you into a meditation using the bowls that will invite you to find the answers that you need within, and also to support each other in finding the guidance, direction, wisdom, compassion that you need as a community. I will say a word about the bowls. We use them as a way of supporting the group, the individual's connection to Spirit. We find that the vibrations of the bowl can sort of open you up, lift you up, and bring you to a place that you might not otherwise find so easily. So we hope that you will just open to the vibrations and allow that to work its work in you. So that's the process. Meditate to your question, Rappin with the Revs, and then meditate to your own guidance. That's what we'll be doing this morning. So let us begin in that meditation to our own the edge of our own spiritual resourcefulness. And so we know, as human beings, spiritual beings in this human experience, we all at some time, in some way, come to a place that is the limit of our own capacity to understand. And so I invite you to take a moment to reflect on your life right now, on what it is that you're facing, what questions you might have, what spiritual resources you might need. Where are you at the edge of your own resourcefulness? Take a moment to look. Allow Spirit to show. Call upon your own spiritual guides to help you discern. Whenever you find that question, if you're willing to offer it in support of our experience today, write it on the card. And when you're done writing, just hold your card up and it'll be collected. So let's recognize this for what it is. This is the edge for many of us, and it is a very sacred privilege to be able to touch this in any way. And so I want to just appreciate all of you for your willingness to participate. So let's maybe we should put them up here, and you can draw. And you want to draw one and.
How can I best support and use my many gifts of spiritual and psychological healing?
How can I best support and use? Well, I would first want to acknowledge you for knowing that you have those gifts and for seeking a way. And that way is revealed as you hold to your intention, as you remain awake to what is before you. The universe is a perfect reciprocal to the desires of our hearts. Sometimes the true desires of our heart there are things that interfere with that clear, resonant intention broadcast into the reciprocating universe that brings everything to us, that aligns. And the things that get in the way generally fall into what category? There's a word, begins with F, ends in R, fear. Fear, belief systems that are false beliefs about who and what we are. So what I would say is whenever you encounter anything in you that in some way says, I'm not clear, I don't know, I'm not sure, that's an opportunity to write it on a piece of paper and burn it up and let it go. And even if you have to burn it 100 times. And then the other piece for me in how do I express? I believe that this perfect reciprocal mechanism of universal response is always putting something before us. Always there's something. It's whether or not we're awake out of fear and willing to say yes. Even if we don't know exactly how it's going to forward us on the path. There's something in us, not here necessarily, but in here that knows. So whatever small step you see in front of you, take it. It might lead to anything, everything. Say yes. Just do it. Jeanne, boil it down to Jeanne, just do it. This is what... She says she's the victim of my retirement. I got so many words stored up in my... You will love this one. Which path to take? West, south, or north?
East. So I stand here and I say, what are you really asking? And what I feel is so often we ask that kind of question, and what do? We stand still. And still is stuck, and still's not going anywhere. If that's really your question, really, doesn't matter. Just go a direction. Just go. You can always come back and correct. You can always go another way. You can try different things. But if you keep standing in that place of, was it north, south, east, west? You're nowhere. I mean, you're going nowhere. And even similar to what you just said, you don't know what's all the way down that road. You just don't know. Take a few steps. But whatever you do, don't stand still. think the question is, how can I have the faith to realize myself every day as an expression of the love and power of the living God? That's easy.
Well, to answer the question about faith, you already have all the faith there is. We all do. This is the essence of the 12 powers. You just finished a course here on the 12 powers. We're going to do a 12 powers workshop this afternoon. When we consider ourselves as a multidimensional spiritual being, as spirit and soul, what's missing? Where's the faith? Where's the faith gone? Is there any absence of anything? There's nothing missing in you. You already have it. What's in the way? Yeah. But this is more than a question about faith, isn't it? The faith to realize myself every day as an expression of the love and power of the living God. I have a pill. If you take that, you'll realize yourself every day, and you won't have to do anything else. You just get up in the morning, take the pill, and you're set. That's how we want it. That's how we want it. I want, when I leave church today, I want to be able to realize myself completely as an expression of the living God, and the power and the love of the living God. It's a journey, honey. Ain't it? Isn't it? And sometimes it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 1 over to the side, duck. But you have an intention here that is a beautiful and powerful intention that will transform everything in your life. Everything. You are that, you see. It's only how much of that can you hold in the moment. And that's the journey. The journey of letting go of everything that you've been taught about yourself that's not true. In your own practice, calling upon that which you truly are and allowing it to fill you in a way that not just here, but all the way in. And then just see what happens. And know that, it's a journey. Today will be one thing and tomorrow will be something else. But if you commit yourself to this, to the journey of this, I can't even imagine what your life will be like and the good that you'll bring into this world and the joy that you're going to feel and the creative energy that's going to flow through you. And so know you are that. Let go of anything that seems like it's in the way. Practice it, and enjoy.
Yes, and here's an invitation for whoever's question this was and anyone else with a similar. Can you really look yourself in the mirror every day and say, I am an expression of the love and power of the living God? Can you look yourself in the mirror every day and say it? And keep saying it until you're looking at yourself, knowing it for sure. All those things that come go, no, you're not. No, you're not. Keep saying it. You have to believe it first before you're going to see evidence of other people telling you it's true. So, give it a shot.
Wow. This is, you don't get 4 questions, sorry. So we'll try to find the essence of this. What's next? How may I be of service? Am I on the right track? And will there be healing in my family soon? Good luck.
What's next is soup. I think I'm going to go for the last one, because what's next? How can I be of service? That's sort of in the vein of what we've been talking about. Will there be healing in my family soon? I have no idea. None. But maybe a place to look for you is there going to be healing in you soon, so that you're walking around whole and not in your family drama. You can't control them. You don't know what they're going to do. You don't know who's going to make up with who or who's going to do another mistake. You don't know. But can you find in yourself the parts that you need to heal so that you feel whole and safe and solid in your relationships, and you are making conscious choices of how you show up in those family dynamics? That's really what you can do. And sure, send them your love. Send them your love. Send them your intention. But don't, that feeling like, here's my energy field and I'm sending my love, and it's pulling me. It's taking too much of me. So send it from your heart. But then even when you feel the need, it's okay once in a while to say, yep. You have to monitor your own energy first. If you want to send love, send it on purpose, send it with intention, and take care of yourself. And honestly, in some ways, I think what I'm feeling is get on with the other aspects of your life. You have a life to lead. You have things to do. You want to know what's next. You want to know how you can be of service. Don't spend so much of your own time and energy in your family drama. Pick one for you. I'm looking at this is it's an intention. It's not a question, so I don't know what to do with it. Okay. Same. You guys are good at affirmations. We affirm them for you. Oh, this will be okay. Where will this journey I'm on lead me to in 5 years? You know that, right?
Remember that Karnak guy? Just enjoy the one you're on. Like where you are on your journey. We all want to know the future. There's almost, if you listen to what's in the room right now, there's a lot of what's going to happen. What should I do? Where is this going to lead me? What direction should I take? And what in us wants to know that? Is it our soul? Is it our spirit that needs to know that? No, it's not. It's our fear-based ego. Because we can't trust unless we know. If I knew where this journey was going to lead me in 5 years, then I could take it. Guess what? You're taking it. You're already on it. You're taking it whether you want to or not. What is your guide? That is a better question than where will I end up? What will guide you on your journey, whatever it is? How do I choose to be on my journey? That is a better question than where will it take me? You see it? Will I allow that aspect of me that is beyond my fear-based ego or my intellect, will I allow that to lead? My intuitive knowing, my feeling. Will I allow my spiritual guidance, which is always seeking a way in, will I allow my spirit my spiritual guidance, my spiritual guides, my higher power, God, whatever name you use, will I allow that to lead me? Without knowing where you're going to be in 5 years or 5 days. Sometimes it's like 5 minutes. How will I choose to be? Will I choose to be clear, open, loving, direct, honest, truthful? All of the aspects of our being. Get up in the morning and say, I am willing to be clear, compassionate, loving, kind, whatever it is. You pick 5. Look at yourself in the mirror. I'm an expression of the living God. Today I choose to bring in. And go have your journey and enjoy it.
I love that. And I think the one thing I would add is you will surely be in 5 years wherever you are the product of all your choices over 5 years. You're going to be where you put yourself, right? And if the details of what it's going to look like are too hard to come up with or too hard to envision, at least come up with the feeling. Come up with how you want to feel in 5 years. And it's okay to say, I want to feel fulfilled. I want to be living in a fulfilled life. Because you might surprise yourself along the way. You might come to some new understandings of what is fulfilling for you. It's part of knowing that you're worthy of it, that you're here to live a fulfilled life. So just go for it. So this idea that I keep wanting to know my path, I keep wanting to know my next step, we all want to. I think what we would say, and the work we do in Shine, is really trying to get down to your heart's impulse. What is your heart's impulse? What is not the practical matter? What is not the thing that's going to make you the most money or be secure? Really feel for what is your impulse. And just take any step toward it. See what happens.
Again, about direction. Financially going through a crisis and want to be directed in the proper way to go.
Well, first, I'm sorry. It's scary. It's scary and it's challenging. But what I'm feeling in response to that question is, whoever's like, you already know. You already know. You could probably write down right now 3 things you need to do to help get out of crisis. Right? Crisis is a strong word. Crisis is a scary place. I think you know. And they're practical and painful and difficult things to do. But you're sitting in that place of knowing what those things are, and they're scary, and you don't want to do them because they're very uncomfortable. So you're sitting in crisis. I would encourage you really, go home from the service, take a minute, and say, okay, if I had to come up with 3 things to do to start moving toward an improved situation, what are they? And just recognize that they're scary, and that the quicker you take a step, you're going to feel some of that anxiety go away, even if you're living in a hard place for a while. You'll feel less anxiety, and you'll be on your way to more ease.
Maybe the only thing I would add is fear has an energy, and crisis is I get crisis, and I agree, sorry that you feel you're in that place. Fear has an attractive energy to it, as does confidence, the energy of abundance and knowing. Part of the practice of coming out of, I think, a crisis like this would be to recognize that the universe it's like the sun. It's always radiating light and good. Our job is to open, to release fear, and to be open to those possibilities. So we just invite you to do that. obviously, we're not going to get to all the questions that are here today. But we know that the answers to all of them are right here in the room, are here in spirit. And so, as a way of closing, we're going to offer you a more extended meditation. And during this time, it will be mostly just the bowls. But we just invite you to open yourself, to follow the vibration, the energetic vibration, to that place in you, the soul of you that knows. And not only that, as you sit here in this room together, to offer support to everyone here for the same, to find whatever guidance, whatever direction is needed, whatever spiritual resource is needed to take us through to the next step. So I would invite you just to put things away, just to allow yourself to be still and to take that journey within.